Hello and welcome to Lantern Sports Now, your source on all things Ohio State athletics. I'm Ryan Velasquez, the Assistant Sports Director.
And I'm Lindsay Cordes, Lantern TV sports reporter. Let's take a look at the biggest Ohio State matchups from last week.
The Ohio State men's basketball team defeated number 22 nationally ranked Iowa 90-70 for its first win of the season against a top 6 opponent in the Big Ten standings on Tuesday night. The 20-point win was the largest victory margin for the Buckeyes since the Minnesota game on December 2nd, where the team won 79-59. Ohio State also scored the most points they have all conference play and the second most all season, following the 107 the team put up against Fort Wayne on November 11th. Head coach Chris Holtmann enjoyed the joy and enthusiasm the team played with throughout the course of the game.
You know, a fun night for our guys, and that's as a coach that you love seeing your guys play with that with that level of joy and happiness.
Despite a slow start with Ohio State missing its first 7 attempts from the three, the Buckeyes led the Hawkeyes 36-33 going into halftime. The second half started out the same, as the team missed their next 2 3-point attempts until shots started to fall, especially for freshman forward Justin Ahrens. Ahrens had a breakout performance Tuesday night, finishing the game with a career-high 29 points in his second start of his collegiate career, 25 of which in the second half. Sophomore forward Caleb Wesson praised his teammates' shooting ability and how Ahrens' deep shots made his job simple.
It was just great. You know, you see him putting up extra shots after every practice. You know, you just see it pay off. It's just great to see that kind of stuff. You know, these guys hitting shots like that, they can't come down on me as much, and they got to go out there. So when they come down, I'm passing it out, and they're hitting wide open shots. It's just good, makes for good basketball.
Weston found himself in foul trouble early in the game, but finished with 18 points and 11 rebounds. His brother, junior forward Andre Weston, played all but 6 seconds of the game for the Buckeyes and finished with 11 points and 5 rebounds. The victory puts the Buckeyes at 8-9 in the Big Ten as they travel to Northwestern on Wednesday to take on the Wildcats at 9 p.m.
This weekend, the Ohio State men's hockey team hosted the Michigan State Spartans both Friday and Saturday night. Friday night, the Buckeyes pulled away with a 5-1 win over the Spartans, whereas Saturday night, the Buckeyes fell 3-2. The first period was scoreless for both teams, despite 11 shots from the Spartans and 10 for the Buckeyes. The second period was one of more action, as both teams tallied power play goals. The Spartans got on the board first, but Wyatt Egge was quick to respond with a goal to tie it up. The goal, assisted by Quinn Preston and Tanner Lazinski, would be Egge's second of the season. The third period started with quick energy when the Spartans scored their second of the night, roughly a minute into the period. The Spartans would get one more past Romeo and lead the Buckeyes by the second half into the third. Tanner Lazinski was able to get the puck in the net once more for the Bucks when Rolick pulled Romeo for the one-man advantage. John Wiedela and Matt Miller would earn the assist on this goal before the game ended in a 3-2 loss. Despite the loss, the night was memorable and emotional for the team and fans. Not only were those 8 seniors honored, but the team collectively celebrated their first ever Big Ten season title that was clinched on the road last weekend. Post-game, Coach Rolick commented on what this achievement means for the hockey club and what is to come. John Wiedela and Sasha Larog also touched on the title, as well as the upcoming Big Ten tournament.
What's next? Sometimes you gotta take a minute and sit back and realize what an accomplishment these guys did do this year. You're talking 50 years, pretty amazing, and to have their names etched in the history of OSU hockey, to me, is really what it's all about. I'm just really proud of these guys. I'm proud of my staff, and I'm just really excited for this university, for men's hockey.
Like Coach said, we worked all year for that, and to win when we did last weekend, that was a big one to us. Once you finally get your hands on that trophy, that makes it all worthwhile, everything we did this year. And so tonight to lose when the ceremony's going on, it's tough, it's not ideal, but at the same time, it doesn't take away from what it means to us.
Now that the Buckeyes are at the number 1 seed in the tournament, they will receive a first-round bye and host a semifinal game on March 17th at the Schottenstein.
This week is a busy one for Ohio State athletics as men's gymnastics competes against Minnesota and Nebraska at 6 p.m. on Friday night, and women's soccer plays Bowling Green at 7 Friday. Women's lacrosse and women's gymnastics are both in competition on Saturday, and men's basketball has their last game ahead of the Big Ten tournament at 4:30 Sunday. And the action doesn't stop throughout the spring break, as the baseball team plays a 3-game series against Lipscomb, as well as the men's volleyball, men's lacrosse, and women's tennis all compete throughout the week and into the weekend.
That's all we have for you this week on Lantern Sports Now. Be sure to follow the Lantern and Lantern TV for all Buckeye sports coverage on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications for our uploads so you don't miss another video. For Ryan Velasquez, I'm Lindsay Cordes, and thanks for watching this week's episode of Lantern Sports Now. We'll see you back here next week.